Okay, should we start?
Okay, let's start.
Okay. Hi, Vani. I'm Trisha here. Thank you so much for giving your time to actually interview you. So maybe you can introduce yourself and what is your JD about at Top Glove. So yeah.
Okay, all right. So yeah, my name is but full name is Manishri. You can call me Vani. So my JD in Top Glove is mostly handling the recruitment part, and then any discipline and grievance cases, and then planning, managing, and also implementing company policies and procedures. In accordance with the company directions line, also the regulations. And sometimes we also need to liaise with government authorities and also statutory bodies, like PERCASO, APF, and so on. So whichever that's related to human resources. And then also carrying out yearly performance management assessment, and then handling employee compensation and benefits, and also adhering to all the pertinent labor laws lah. So, and then whatever that comes from the HR manager. So this is my job description.
I see. Okay. Just to ask, actually, what is your company background? Maybe you can explain about it a little bit, maybe.
Top Glove, they manufacture gloves.
Okay.
But started pandemic, it was not only gloves, like they started manufacturing face mask as well. And actually we have like around 40 plus factories, not only in Malaysia. We have our site also in China, and then we are opening a new one in Vietnam, also in I think China, Vietnam, and Cambodia, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not, I think it's still in the progress of opening a new site there lah. So even during pandemic, so you can see that it's growing really, really fast and really big.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Actually, I didn't know that they have another branch like in overseas actually, internationally. So, okay, good to know. Also, so I would like to jump to the topics of the interviews today. So the first topic is about recruitment. So the first question is actually about which recruitment methods has been implemented in your organization and how effective it is.
Okay, so I think first we can start with the direct advertising, like placing the job ads on the career sites, our job boards, and LinkedIn, things like that. So I would say that it's not really that effective because people don't really go into the career site unless they know about the company and specifically they want to find job in that particular company. That's when we go into the career sites and we look for jobs, right? So I wouldn't say it's really effective, but yeah, it's something that we have implemented in the organization. So other than that, we also have this talent pool database. Usually when we get applications, right, like through direct emails or any career fairs or things that we go to, usually we don't immediately reject these people. We will just keep them in our talent pool database. So just in case, if let's say in future there's another new position or new role is coming in, so we'll just go back to the talent pool database and then we will get candidates from there. It's just a matter of they're available or not at that particular time. So this is pretty effective, especially if let's say we are hiring for experienced candidates. So I would say that it is effective. And other than that, it's the employee referrals. It's cost effective and it's quick and it's something that you can trust because employer referrals is something that comes from our employees, right? So we can trust that our employees won't refer the unsuitable candidates because they are working in the company. They know what's the company's policies, practice, our company's practice and policy, so they wouldn't refer someone who's not suitable for that particular environment. So I would say the employer referral is very effective. And other than that, usually for management level roles, like C-level roles, we usually use recruitment agencies because we wouldn't really reveal to the insiders that we are hiring for this particular role. So just because we don't want certain issues to arise. So what we do is that for certain roles, especially C-level roles, we will hire the recruitment agencies. And other than that, before the pandemic, it was mostly the career fairs because Top Glove also focuses on hiring fresh graduates. Our major pool is actually fresh graduates. So fresh graduates, the perfect platform for you to hire people is actually career fairs. So career fairs is pretty? Oh, it's very effective. So yeah, these are the recruitment methods that we use to hire in our company.
Okay, it's quite effective, yeah, as I can see. Okay, anyway,
Except the
yeah.
direct.
Okay, so the second question is actually about the list the main qualification you will focus during select an employee and the reasons.
Okay, first I would say the professionalism, because when it comes to MNC company, the first thing that we look at is actually professionalism. You know, how well they can carry themselves, like being polite, well spoken, calm, and most of it like how presentable they are at work. And second, it's the honesty and integrity. It's something that we can't measure, something that we can't see, but it's something that we have this honesty and integrity test that they need to sit for before they coming during the interview process going on. So other than that, it's the problem solving abilities, you know, how fast, how quick, and how rationally they can think and solve certain problems that comes their way while they are working in a company like Top Glove, because Top Glove is a very fast-paced company. Things will be changing, so you need to quickly adapt, and if there's any problems, you need to have, you know, the ability to solve them like quite fast. And another thing that we always look forward is to someone who has the willingness to learn, because willingness to learn, I would say that generation nowadays, right, it's something that not a lot of people, you know, they have that willingness to learn. If you already give them something, they're happy with what they have, they're not willing to learn more. So this is also something that we look at, the one of the main qualifications during selecting an employee.
Okay, all right. The third question is about what are the main features of an effective recruitment strategy?
First, I would say it's the employee-based strategization. So in short, it's the manpower planning. So how many employees do we need to hire for the company, and what's the function? We can't just randomly keep hiring people without any function, right?
Correct.
So that's why it's the manpower planning. So this is like something that's really needed, you know, when it comes to recruitment itself. So without a manpower planning, you can't even start recruiting people. So that's like one of the feature when it comes to doing an effective recruitment strategy. Second is smart sourcing. I think that's what I would say, smart sourcing in terms of the recruitment. Like the recruitment team, they should know, you know, where to look and to find the best fit for whatever roles that we are looking for. For example, if I want to hire production associates, blue collar workers, I can't be going into JobStreet and looking for these people over there. So the best I could do is to post it in websites like Indeed. You know, I would say that those are the platforms that you can use to hire production associates and, you know, in short, blue collar workers. So it's two, what I could think of right now is two, the manpower planning and also the smart sourcing.
I see. Okay, that's quite detailed. That's good. So the next question will be asked by Jega. So she will proceed.
My question is the fourth question. How will your organization attract a quality candidates?
Okay, how attract quality candidates? It depends on how you guys going to quantify the quality candidates, because it's something that I would say it depends on the role and depends on the requirement of the hiring manager. But generally, if you want me to give an answer, I would say it depends mostly on the employer branding, how well we bring our company to the candidates. Like my company, literally we spend like, you know, like sometimes even millions just for employer branding, to, you know, to let people know that this company is there hiring people, and you know, if you come into this company, it's a MNC company, and you can learn a lot and you can even earn at the same time. So it's about how well the company can do their employer branding.
Okay, thank you. And the fifth question is, what are the job duties based on the rank or salary for HR executives?
Okay, actually, I can't really rank it lah. Sorry, guys. So, but in terms of the can't rank it based on the salary. But if let's say you're asking me because just now I asked Trish this question because I don't really get in terms of the ranking what you guys are looking for.
Like a position like HR manager 1, 2, the rank isn't it? The first HR, second HR.
Okay, all right. So it starts from the senior manager. So as usual in the HR department, we will have our GM, general manager, DGM, deputy general manager, senior manager, manager, and then assistant manager, and then executive 2. We have actually executive 1 and executive 2. Executive 2 is the senior executive. Executive is the considered like the junior executive. So executive 2, executive 1, and then next is officer. The last is clerk for the HR department. This is how the rank goes. But salary wise, can't really say lah. Salary wise, is salary really needed?
Maybe it's based on the responsibilities, right?
Yeah, the salary usually based on the responsibilities, and I could say that the salary differs between among all the companies lah usually. So if it's a small company, then you can see how much they pay for their managerial level positions. If it's a big company, it's a different amount. So I can't really give like a fixed amount saying that this is how much we pay.
Okay, I really understand. And my next question will be from different topic, which is the effective of training. And the sixth question is, what kind of training has been provided to your employees and why?
Okay, I think I'll just stick to one for now since we have limited time. So what could come to my mind is actually workplace ethics awareness, because we believe that employees at every level, be it an intern or supervisor or manager, they need to have acquired a basic training course on the workplace ethics. So this is something that we do together with the orientation itself. So this is because if a company's culture makes every employee feels safe, there's a higher chance of the environment, being friendlier, which means like more opportunities of knowledge sharing. So the higher the productivity will be. So that's why like workplace ethics awareness is something that we usually do together with the orientations for new employees who enter our company lah.
Okay, my next question is, how long a new employee will be under training, and was the content well organized and easy to follow?
Okay, how long a new employee will be under training, that's something that can't be specified because it's other than usually the orientation training, as we all know, is something that you undergo after you enter the company. Orientation, it wouldn't be so long actually, it's only like 1 day. But after that, it depends on the needs and also the necessity, what training maybe this team or this particular department needs. And then that's how we come up with the training for that particular team or training. So in terms of the content, it needs to be well organized. Perhaps I can talk more about that in the next question lah, the key issues that should be addressed in the design, conduct, and also evaluation of the training program.
Thank you. And the next question followed up by Mitra, isn't it? Okay.
Okay, the next question will be, what are the key issues that should be addressed in the design, conduct, and evaluation of training programs? Training consists of planned program designed to improve performance of the individual, group, or organizational level, right? So I would like to know how Top Glove address their training programs.
Okay, I would say this is not only Top Glove. I think most of the companies, when it comes to most of the companies which give importance to training, this is how they address all these issues. So the first one is design, right? Precise design, right? Okay, so if you want to plan a well-designed training, the most important thing, the first thing that comes under the design is the planning for training. Second is developing the materials used in providing the training. And third is actually crafting a strategy for the evaluation training. So the first one, when it comes to planning for training, it's basically more onto the, I would say that the design of the effective training is actually begins with a plan. So developing a training plan includes things like, the outcomes, the topics, competencies, goals, and also the objective for the training itself. So which means like tailoring training to the audience and the resources available, and also creating and implementing a plan which can help set the stage for the successful training itself. So the second factor I was telling about earlier is the developing training materials. So which is the materials used in providing the training can actually influence the overall learners' engagement during the training, and also retention of the content that we are sharing with them. So which means like considering various training methods or techniques, it actually can determine what learning materials need to be developed for the training. So third one is, what's the third one? Yeah, planning for evaluation. So the most effective evaluation is not initiated like following the end of the training, but it occurs throughout the training process itself. So for example, like developing an evaluation strategy when planning for the training, actually it can help to ensure that the evaluation will produce a valuable information for improving the training itself. So that's for design. So next was the delivery part. So the preparation for the training, it's basically on the I don't know if you guys have learned about the 5 training the procedures, you know, that 5 training thing, you know, if I'm mistaken, I think it's assessment, motivation, design, delivery of the training, and last is the evaluation. So the delivery of training, it provides the most direct, I would say it provides the most direct opportunity for trainers to guide their learners, I mean, the one who's attending the training to gain new competence. So factors like you know, communicating clearly, incorporating aspects of active learning, and also being receptive to learner feedback, it can help to enhance the impact training has on the knowledge and also skills of the one who are attending the training stuff, the trainees, which means. So the last one is evaluate. So the most effective evaluation is not initiated following the end of the training, just like I said previously, but it occurs throughout the training process. So which means that a plan for the evaluation should be built into the plan for training from the beginning, and the results of the evaluation should be communicated in order to inform the future efforts. So there's 3 types of evaluation if you ask me. There is process evaluation, outcome evaluation, and also reporting the evaluation result. So the first one, process evaluation, it basically focuses on, you know, determining whether the elements involved in the training development and also the delivery process were adequately conducted. So which means like considering whether each of the necessary elements, you know, that you put in when you're doing the training, it was performed or not, and also the quality with which that was done falls within the scope of the process evaluation. So that's for process lah, the first one. Second is outcome evaluation. So outcome evaluation, it actually focuses on the effect that the training had on the trainees and their organization. So which means that determining the results achieved through the training and whether the desired effects were obtained are elements of the outcome evaluation. So that's for the second one, outcome. And finally, it's reporting the evaluation results. So this is something that most of the companies, they won't do, like in terms of reporting. So I would say that reporting is also important because sharing the results of the evaluation is important for them to improve the training efforts. So which means like, you know, tailoring the presentation of results and also communicating the results to appropriate audience, it can help to increase the effectiveness of the reporting, and also it's high chances that evaluation data will be used to inform decision making around the training. So what I mean over here, reporting the evaluation results, is that once you're done with the training, you can't just leave it just like that. Maybe you have already done your process evaluation, you're already done with your outcome, but reporting needs to be done like to the management. You know, you need to come up with the reports, and you have to report it to the management to say that, okay, this is what we did, this is what the outcome is. So this will actually increase the effectiveness of the training itself. So these are the few things that I've experienced.
Okay, my next question will be related to the key issues that we should be addressed in the design, conduct, and evaluation. Like when training an employee of a group, when training an employee or a group of employee, how do you choose a training method? Maybe you can specifically give me a role of maybe HR, example of you are training in a HR group of new employees or production workers.
On what basis we choose the training method? So let's just take executive level employees. So executive level employees, when it comes to choosing a training method, it's not really hard. So usually we just go for traditional training methods, like bringing them to this hall, our training hall, and then you just do the normal show to them the PowerPoint slides, and then we just present just like how the usual thing is done. So and then once the trainer is done with the training, and then we'll just go into activities which are related to the training the method, to the training topic. So which means that for example, maybe we did something maybe the training was about time management, for example. So we will give them activities related to time management training to see, whether they can do certain things that we taught to them. So which means that it's not something that's only done during the training, but it's something that comes post the training as well. So usually we will check them like after the training also, we'll give them certain things together with the daily tasks that they do to check if let's say they are implementing whatever that we taught them during the training. So these are the few things that we do when it comes to training an employee.
Okay.
It's not only like during training, but we also carry that forward during the post-training also. So which means like after the training.
So maybe after the training, what were the expectation of the trainees? Like they are like eager to do their jobs, or like they still want to learn more?
Of course, they're eager to do. Okay, I will just put myself in that situation. For example, if I attend the training, of course, I want to implement what they taught me during the training to see, if it can make if it can smoothen my work process, or it can also help, in making things more effective. So I think as a person who's attending trainings, that's what their expectations would be.
Okay. The next topic is about benefit and rewards. It's a primary tool of the human resource manager to bring out the best potential of their employees in their work. So there's a say about the better is the reward and benefits, better is the performance and retentions. So the first question of the benefits and rewards are, what are the advantages to the organization by providing employees the benefits and rewards?
The advantages part, okay, I'll just talk about this from my point of perspective. So the first advantage that I would say for the organization is that they can retain their key employees. If without a proper employee benefit and reward system, I think there'll be like very less people who can retain in that particular company, because like one of the components or one of the factors that we take into consideration while working in a company or while we are looking for a job is what the company can offer us. So I would say that first thing is retaining the key employees. Second is you can help by giving them good benefits and rewards. You can make them to be more productive. They'll be like, okay, the company is giving me this kind of benefits, this kind of rewards. So for me to, for me to keep up with it, or for me to get whatever they are giving, I need to be more productive. So it basically motivates them to work even harder than they usually did. Yeah.
So, okay, the next question will be asked by Farzana. So I give the floor to Ms. Farzana.
Okay, moving to the second question. What kind of benefits and rewards will be given to an employee?
Okay, this is based on my company, right? So based on my company, we have medical insurance, dental insurance, there's sick leave, parental leave, there's also retirement plan, and also gym memberships. This is what I could think of.
Okay, next question is, can you describe a competitive benefits program you developed and implemented?
Okay, not specifically I developed or I implemented. I would just talk about something that's in my company. So it's the medical coverage and also the insurance benefit. So first we'll just go into medical benefit. So the medical benefit, it depends on the length of service. There's two, which is below 3, and also another one is 3 and above. So for those who are below 3, the medical benefit is around 300 ringgit, and those like 3 and above, it's 400. So this medical entitlement is for the common illness, you know, dental treatment, dental checkups only. It does not include those like cost incurred, you know, to purchase the dentures, crowning or braces. We don't include all that into that lah. So that's for medical benefit. In terms of the insurance coverage, it's based on the job level because we have five job levels. First is junior management, second is middle management, upper management, senior management, and executive management. So the claims that they get is based on the job level. So it's not like everyone gets the same amount. It basically depends on their job level. So if it's senior management, then they get this certain amount of insurance coverage. If it's executive management, then they get this much of insurance coverage. So yeah, this is what I could think of right now.
Okay, our fourth question is, how can you improve reward system in your organization?
How can we improve reward system? Okay, can't really think about it. Maybe I would say that using technology and social media to publicize the accomplishments. Like for example, if you feel like, okay, this particular person did something that can be considered as accomplishment, maybe they can advertise it, you know, in our social medias. You know, we have our Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on. So maybe it can just maybe one post is enough for them to say that, okay, this person did this kind of accomplishment, to say that, you know, to make them feel appreciated, to make them feel valued. Yeah.
Okay, the next question is, do your staff are recognized when they are going above and beyond? I mean, beyond the key performance indicator.
Yes, they do. That's when all these promotions and bonuses comes in. So they are definitely recognized when they go above and beyond. Yeah.
Okay, I will pass to Zakwan for the next question.
Okay, as you work within human resources, so you know that every day throws up a new challenge issues. So I would like to ask you 4 issues that might you are facing. The first one, issues about the staff turnover. Staff turnover has a negative financial impact. How do you manage an employee retention?
Okay, how do we manage employee retention?
Yeah.
Honest answer? Should I give an honest answer? Okay, honest answer, Top Gloves doesn't really focus on employee retention. Because you know, we have unlimited, you know, applicants who keep applying to our company. So if one person you know, they don't really focus on retention. So it's something that you know, people in the recruitment team have always complained. You know, it's because if let's say you don't work on your retention rate, it's going to be really hard on the recruiters. But yeah, as usual, I mean, you know, some people just don't listen. So, but if you ask my personal opinion, what we can do to manage employee retention is that we need to encourage employees to give feedback. Because if we listen to, you know, what they're trying to say, or what are the struggles, what are the challenges they are facing, even if we are not able to do something, you know, in return for them, at least them venting out to us will make them feel better. So I would say that one of the things we can do is to encourage our employees to give feedback. And next, the management should try their level best to earn the trust of the employees. So this comes together with, you know, when the employee gives feedback, you know, when they're talking like one-to-one, or maybe the management and the employee involved is having this talk. So what they can do is that try to earn the trust of the employees. You know, it's like they can say that, oh, okay, you know, we are listening to your, you know, your concerns and things like that, but it will take time for us to, you know, bring changes to all these things. But just wait and, you know, hope for the best. You know, that's something that we can do to earn the trust of the employees. And third is the salary and also the benefit package must be really, really competitive, because like especially now, post-pandemic, a lot of industries are opening up. There are a lot of, you know, job opportunities out there. So if you want to stuck with you know, a salary package which is like you still pay people 2,000, 2,500, they are definitely going to leave your company. So the third thing is salary and benefit package must be really, really competitive.
Okay, so for the second question, how did you handle an employee conflict or policy situation, such as complaint, sexual harassment charge, and so on?
Okay. Personally, I've never handled any complaints before. But theoretically speaking, if let's say there's any issues like this, so first what we can do is that map out a plan that covers the important people and also the situations to investigate the initial complaint lah. So which means like you plan the investigation based on whatever you know at that moment of time. So you also need to talk with the employees who's complaining. So guarantee them, like guarantee he or she is safe from any problems that comes their way or anything like that. And we also need to assure them saying that, oh, you took the appropriate action in reporting the incident, so that the other people also knows what's really happening in the company. So the next thing we can do is that ask the employee to tell the whole story in his or her own words. Like for example, you need to, if what happened, if let's say for example it's a sexual harassment case, so you need to listen to what they are saying. So you need to listen with care, and you need to take notes throughout the conversation thoroughly, and also you need to write down relevant facts such as when it happened, what time, what kind of situation is there, were there any witnesses or anything else that seems relevant. And then you also need to tell the person that is accused that a complaint has been already filed, and also they shouldn't do any unethical actions. So whatever they do, it will not be tolerated if it's something bad. And you also need to assure this person who was accused that we will only conduct a very fair and also investigation that's full of just. So we are not going to listen to the accuser or anything like that. It's going to be both the side. We're going to listen to both the parties, and that's when we're going to come out with the final result. So you need to assure them also. So it's not like we're only focusing on the person who's the accuser, but also on the accused. So and then interview any witnesses who were around that time or someone who experienced something similar to that, and always make sure to ask open-ended questions, because close-ended question is not going to help you out in any way. So after open-ended questions, and also seek for any facts or support or disapprove from the employee's allegations lah. So and also the next, it's mostly on interviewing the person who is accused of sexual harassment. For example, you need to apply the same listening and same respectful approach that you did to the person who filed the complaint. So don't treat them in a different way, whether it's accused or accuser. So and then take all the information you receive, and also you can come to a decision by that. So make the best decision based on the information that you have. And if it's needed, you can also consult your other certain HR colleagues. For example, I'm not saying that the normal colleagues, so I'm saying it's like those managers, senior manager level of HR colleagues. And if let's say your company has a legal department, you can also consult with them, talking about this whole situation, and you can come up with a decision based on the evidence that you have. So other than that, after you make the decision, you also need to make sure there's no any further incidents that occur by following up. And also you need to document when you follow up with them. You also need to document your follow-ups with the employee who made the harassment claim. And you also need to keep a documentation separate from the personal file. Like you need to have a different file, like investigation folder or something like that. So when this is what we are supposed to do when there's any sexual harassment complaints and cases.
Okay. So for the third is suppose a manager reject every job candidate you have presented.
Okay.
How you handle it?
Okay, first, it's about the communication. It's actually if they reject every job candidate that we pass to them, there must be a reason why they're rejecting, right? So it's not like randomly they're rejecting. Maybe it could be based on the resume, or it could be based on the screening that the recruiter did. So there's a reason why they were rejected. So let's listen to the rejection, the reason first, and then from there we can see what we can do. So if it's something like, this person didn't mention this in the resume, so I don't really know if they can do, then what you can do as a recruiter is to suggest them to have a casual interview with the candidate. So you can probe more, you can get to know more. So it's not like you can judge a candidate based on the resume, right? Or based on the screening information that a recruiter have submitted to the manager. So it's about how effectively you can communicate with the manager. So that's why like a recruiter and the manager, hiring managers, they're supposed to have a very good relationship. So there shouldn't be any deal breaker cases. So if there's any deal breaker, avoid working with them. That's like out of context. Don't listen. Not the last
Okay.
part. The last part. Okay.
Okay. And lastly, during pandemic COVID-19, what are the current issues the company facing?
Current thing that we are facing is actually lack of manpower. It's mainly lack of manpower. It's because it's a glove manufacturing company, so mostly when it comes to glove manufacturing, there is this one area actually in the glove manufacturing side which is like really hot. So those local people, right, they can't work in that kind of environment. So those are the areas where we get foreign workers to work. So now, like during the pandemic, some of them this one has been expired. They're not able to renew, so they had to leave. So we have to get some people, like local people, to come in and work at that particular area. So it really hard in terms of the manpower. So I would say that that's the biggest struggle during pandemic and also post-pandemic. I don't know if now is considered post-pandemic. Looks like another wave is coming in. Yeah, pandemic during pandemic.
Okay. So next, I pass to Trisha.
So yeah, Mani, that is actually like a lot of information for us to do this assignment. Like, thank you so much. It's actually like okay, I don't think so. We have to find Google or whatsoever. You have given like a lot of information. So it's quite helpful. Thank you so much.
I spoke too fast. I didn't, right?
No, it was okay. It was just right. Okay, actually, I know you still have a lot more to tell, but it's just because of the time limitation, you have to synchronize it. So that's fine. Thank you so much. Actually, honestly, we learned a lot. Okay, there are a few things that I'm working in the HR department. I don't really know that section. You still have that part. So I actually have learned a lot. So thank you so much for this opportunity. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, guys, good luck for your assignment. I heard that all of y'all are working part-time, right? Studying part-time, working full-time. So it's something I was telling Trish yesterday also while we were having this talk. I really admire people, who study and work at the same time. So I really salute you guys. Y'all did, you guys are doing a very good job. So go for it. Good luck with your assignments.
Okay, just a moment. I will just snap a picture of our record.
Yeah, I need a picture, yes, for this assignment purposes.
Wait. Everyone smile. 1, 2, 3. Oh, where's Zakwan?
Zakwan! Okay, so picture.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I think
Thank
great.
you.